Ricky Nelson, born Eric Hilliard Nelson on May 8, 1940, in Teaneck, New Jersey, was thrust into the spotlight from an early age. The son of Ozzie and Harriet Nelson, two beloved entertainers of the time, Ricky's path to fame seemed almost predestined. As a child, he grew up in front of millions of viewers, starring alongside his family on the long-running radio and later television series, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. The show, which depicted the everyday life of the Nelson family, made Ricky a household name and a favorite among fans. His natural charisma, good looks, and musical talent won the hearts of millions. But unlike many child actors, Ricky would not be confined by the wholesome image of a family sitcom star. He was determined to break free and carve out a unique path for himself in the entertainment industry. Ricky Nelson's transition to rock and roll. In 1957, at just 17 years old, Ricky Nelson made a bold move that would forever change the trajectory of his career. Breaking away from his TV star image, he embarked on a music career, launching himself into the world of rock and roll. His first hit, I'm Walkin', was a cover of Fats Domino's classic, and it quickly climbed the charts. The success of his debut single marked the start of a remarkable career as a rock and roll artist. Throughout the late 1950s and early 1960s, Ricky Nelson continued to produce hit after hit, including Poor Little Fool, Hello Mary Lou, Traveling Man, and Lonesome Town. His smooth, melodic voice and clean-cut image made rock music more accessible to mainstream audiences, and he became one of the era's most respected teen idols, blending pop and rock with ease. Pioneering country rock with the Stone Canyon Band. As musical tastes evolved in the 1960s, Ricky Nelson faced the challenge of staying relevant in an ever-changing industry. Rather than conforming to the dominant sounds of the time, he decided to evolve artistically. He embraced a more mature country rock sound, forming the Stone Canyon Band in the late 1960s. This move marked the beginning of a new chapter in his career, and it helped pioneer the country rock genre. Ricky's 1972 hit, Garden Party, became a testament to his artistic integrity. Written in response to an audience at Madison Square Garden who only wanted to hear his old hits. The song's lyrics, "You can't please everyone, so you've got to please yourself," became an anthem for artistic independence and self-expression. Ricky Nelson's ability to adapt and grow musically ensured his place in music history. A diverse career in acting. Beyond his success in music, Ricky Nelson also built a respected career in acting. His on-screen journey began in 1952 with the lighthearted family comedy Here Come the Nelsons, capitalizing on his family's popularity. He followed up with a memorable role in The Story of Three Loves, 1953, directed by the legendary Vincente Minnelli. However, it was his role in Howard Hawks' 1959 classic Rio Bravo that marked a turning point in his acting career. Starring alongside John Wayne and Dean Martin, Ricky's performance as a gunslinger brought fresh energy to the Western genre, and he earned praise for his magnetic presence on screen. Over the years, he appeared in various films and television shows, including Love and Kisses, 1965, The Hardy Boys / Nancy Drew Mysteries, 1977, and The Love Boat, 1979, demonstrating his versatility as both a singer and an actor. A complex personal life. Ricky Nelson's personal life, like his career, was marked by both public triumphs and private struggles. As a teenager, he attracted the attention of many young women, but his relationship with his mother, Harriet, remained a major influence on his romantic choices. Harriet was not only a guiding maternal figure, but also Ricky's co-star on The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. She had strong opinions on decorum and public image, and she often disapproved of the women Ricky dated, believing they didn't meet the standards she set for her son. Despite the tension, Ricky eventually fell in love with Chris Harmon, the daughter of Heisman Trophy winner Tom Harmon and actress Elise Knox. Their marriage in 1963 was highly publicized, and they went on to have 4 children together, including actress Tracy Nelson and musical twins Gunnar and Matthew Nelson, who would later achieve success with their own band, Nelson, the strain of fame and marriage. Despite the outward appearance of a picture-perfect family, Ricky and Chris's marriage faced significant challenges over time. As Ricky's career continued to thrive, the pressures of fame, touring, and personal differences began to take their toll. The couple grew increasingly distant, with reports of infidelity and emotional strain contributing to the unraveling of their relationship. Ricky's desire to focus on his music and his hectic touring schedule often kept him on the road, while Chris struggled with the demands of family life. The strain between them intensified throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, leading to their separation, and eventually a lengthy and painful divorce in 1982. Despite the difficult circumstances, both Ricky and Chris remained committed to their children, and they each tried to maintain a sense of stability for their family during the tumultuous period. The tragic plane crash. Ricky Nelson's life came to a tragic and untimely end on December 31, 1985, when he boarded a vintage DC-3 aircraft with his fiancée Helen Blair and 5 of his band members headed to a New Year's Eve concert in Dallas, Texas. The plane caught fire midair and crashed near Dalb, Texas. While the 2 pilots miraculously survived, Ricky, Helen, and the 5 band members tragically perished in the inferno. For years, the cause of the crash remained a mystery, and speculation ran wild. Some blamed mechanical failure, while others whispered about drugs, sabotage, or even foul play. The National Transportation Safety Board eventually ruled that the fire originated in the cabin, likely due to a malfunctioning heater, but they could not definitively pinpoint the source of the ignition. Meanwhile, rumors about Ricky's drug use, fueled by reports of paraphernalia found at the crash site, persisted, despite toxicology reports clearing him of any involvement in drugs. The full truth revealed. After decades of speculation and unanswered questions, the truth behind Ricky Nelson's death finally came into focus. Investigations revealed that the plane, a World War II-era Douglas DC-3, had been poorly maintained and was operating under questionable safety conditions. Despite repeated issues with the aircraft's heater system, the plane's operators had failed to make necessary repairs, and the heater was jury-rigged in a way that violated aviation safety standards. Positioned beneath the cabin floor, the heater was located near flammable materials, and when it malfunctioned during the flight, it sparked a fire that quickly spread, filling the cabin with toxic smoke. Tragically, the passengers had no chance of survival due to the lack of fire suppression equipment. Ricky and the others likely succumbed to smoke inhalation before the crash landing. The most heartbreaking revelation was that those responsible for the plane's maintenance knew it was unsafe and allowed it to fly anyway, making the disaster entirely preventable. A legacy of tragedy and loss. Ricky Nelson's death was a tragedy not caused by fate or personal failure, but by human negligence. The truth, once uncovered, painted a painful picture of how an avoidable disaster took the life of a beloved cultural icon. For years, the mystery of Ricky's death haunted both his family and his fans, but the final revelation only deepened the sorrow. It was a stark reminder that even the brightest stars are vulnerable when the systems meant to protect them fail. Ricky Nelson's legacy, however, endures. His music, acting, and pioneering contributions to the country rock genre have left an indelible mark on American culture. Yet, the circumstances of his death continue to serve as a grim cautionary tale, a reminder that not all mysteries have a satisfying resolution, and some